All right, peace. Good evening. How you doing? It's Mr. Russell here at the Innovation Black Chamber of Commerce, and just want to do a quick community update where we're talking about culture on the square, and I'll be right back while I get everything prepped. All right, good evening. Yeah, it's gonna be good. All right, so we're gonna talk about culture on the square. Culture on the square is now, first of all, can you hear me? You know, technology be beating me down sometimes. So culture on the square is going to be on April the 16th. It's going to be in Harker Heights, Carl Evans Park. I think that's the name of it. So it has been approved, and we're going to be at Carl Evans Park, and we're going to just add on and push things in the Harker Heights area. So what I'm gonna do right now, I'm actually going to update the Eventbrite live, where you kind of see what happens on the background, on the back office when it comes to event updates, because a lot of times, a lot of you see what happened. I mean, you see it on the front end, but you never see what it looks like on the back end. So I'm gonna take you to the back side of Eventbrite. So if you're not too familiar with the Eventbrite platform, you're gonna be very familiar today. Let me put the chat overlay on here so I can see it. So if you're not familiar with the Eventbrite platform, you're gonna get real familiar with it tonight. So I'm gonna teach you a little something tonight for those who don't know anything about Eventbrite. But for those who do know about Eventbrite, just a little additional tools that you can use just to liven up your Eventbrite, because your Eventbrite is kind of like an ask. This music is too loud. Your Eventbrite is kind of like an ask when it comes to people coming on your Eventbrite to be a part of your event. So let me go ahead and pull that in for you, just so we can build on this. So today's like a little tutorial. This chat overlay is too big. So so we're gonna go through like a little tutorial, really, but not really, with Eventbrite. So this is Culture on the Square. Just give you a little history about Culture on the Square for those that do not know anything about Culture on the Square, nor what it is. So as you can see right there, Culture on the Square is a jamboree that creates a safe and fun place for local families. I know we started Culture on the Square here because we're headquartered in Killeen, but I know we started Culture on the Square here in the city of Killeen, in downtown Killeen. But Culture on the Square can be done in any city. The special thing about IBCC, or even being a part of IBCC, is that we have no constitution or bylaws that restricts us from where we go, as long as there is no Black chamber representation in that particular area. We can operate from an economic fashion in that particular area itself. So again, we started in Killeen, and we're expanding the brand, and we're going to bring Culture on the Square to the city of Harker Heights, and that's going to be in April. So after April, in July, our goal is to transition and put Culture on the Square in the city of Temple. So we're expanding and we're pushing out in that area, then most likely we probably bring it back and come to Cove for that. So just a little bit more information. Again, we're coming to the culture. Let me update this, because I don't want people to think that it's just for. Yeah, it's not just Killeen. So let's go ahead and change that. Some of y'all see Killeen or see Harker Heights or see Temple will be like, oh, that's not for me. They're talking about Killeen. I don't know why people do that. So a little back history. The Innovation Black Chamber of Commerce is a nonprofit 501c3 organization founded by myself, April the 15th. I think it was really the 16th. April the 15th, 2020. Admits to lift, empower, and support Black-owned businesses. IBCC Culture on the Square has been structured. I kind of updated this today. IBCC's Culture on the Square has been structured to be much more than an event. The wish is to bring culture, comfort, optimism, and joy to our communities and inspire hope, especially for our children. It is our mission as a community to work together and build on what we love, on what we love and where we call home. The vision is to revitalize cities through culture, economics, and entertainment. This is an imprint that will be left on us all. Our first Jamboree was on October the 15th, 2021, and it was an amazing time for all who came out. The dream came alive, and let's keep it alive. So for all of those that came to Culture on the Square last year, it was really, really big, to the point to where we had a massive, now I don't dance, but we had a massive electric slide. There was about 50 people in there doing electric slide, and there was some other line dance stuff. So if line dance is your thing, make sure you come out on April the 16th, just so you can be a part of that, because the vision is, how can we grow and have the city's largest electric slide or the largest wobble or whatever that line dance is going to be for that day. For that Culture on the Square, we're going to try to make it bigger and better, because it's really a we thing. So if we can do it together, then we can continue to do things together. So that's like the true premise of what that is and where all that come from. So this is a new flyer. It's update on the Facebook. I did today. This is, of course, Distinguished Sounds. So if you have an EVENTBRITE and you create your event, the best thing for you to do is to add a little bit of meat to it. What do I mean by that? Add more images, as well as add some video, if you have video as well. So you can add that to your EVENTBRITE, which makes your event that much more, I guess, enticing. So I don't want to just read your description, but if I can read your description and see what the event has to offer, whether it's a video about the event or images about the event. So this is an old one, so I can remove this, and I can delete that one. We have a new one of this. Let me go ahead and delete that. Let me find the new flyer that I did today. That's with Jdk. So that's her new one. So that's Jdk's new one. And I'll redo rows. That rows out. Put the new rows in. The other blessed thing is I do all the graphics for the chamber, to where we don't have to worry about waiting on graphic from someone or paying or outsourcing. So this is our host, Mr. South Philly Reef. I did redo his flyer with the current template. So I'll add his new and updated one. if you're watching this and you know some of the people that the flyers, go ahead and tag them just so they can see what we're doing. We're creating their own personal agenda within our agenda. So when you do that type of stuff, like if you're hosting an event and you're having vendors, go ahead and make a vendor flyer, because what that does, it allows the vendor to be just as much responsible for the event as you are. It creates a healthy balance between you and those who say that they're a part of your event. So here's Miss Carrie Ann Zamore. I'll add her new flyer. And if you have a question, you can put a question inside the comment. Then I can also answer your questions too, whether your question is about the event or about Eventbrite, or even a little bit about marketing from an event perspective. So as you can see right here on hers, it has an E. So the reason why hers have a E, because what Culture on a Square is a program, and the program of Culture on a Square is CEE, which is Culture, Economics, and Entertainment. So that means Miss Carrie Ann Zamore, she's going to be talking about one of the E's, which is entertainment, which for those that know who she is, y'all know she's knee deep in the entertainment world, you know, with her playwrights, as well as her directing her plays. So she's going to be talking about the entertainment side and how does entertainment play a role in our communities. So I'm gonna delete this one until all the updates are finished and fixed, and then I'll redo that one and put that up there. So Ms. Nija, I replace her old one with a new one. So that's her new one. So she's going to be singing a national anthem. So if you know her, tag her. She's going to be out there doing her thing. So Songhai Bamboo Roots is going to be having the steel drummers out there. So yes, I got to add their new one too. And when you're doing your event flyers, the best thing to do is just to create a template when you do your flyers, because when you create a template, it's really like a thing. You know, if I see your flyer and it looks like your brand, then I know I can identify with the flyer. I can identify the flyer with the flyer with the business, or the flyer with the organization. So that's why you see a lot of the templates that I do. The color coordinating is kind of the same, unless I just want to change something up. See, I'm out there talking and I forgot who that was. Oh man, who was that one? I don't remember. Who was it? Did y'all see who I deleted? I'm sitting there talking, running my mouth. I don't even remember who that was. Oh man. I guess I gotta go back. Was after I don't even remember. Let me go ahead and save it now before it start getting crazy. Oh yeah, another thing, when you're doing your Eventbrite, save it every so often, because there is no autosave on it. There is no autosave, so make sure you save it. Oh, come on. Hold on. This thing tripping. right, I'll just add somebody in there. I don't remember. Who am I going to put in there? Who was close to Songhai? Let's go with Levita Flora. So Levita Flora, there's going to be Brazilian dance is going to be out there. So if you've never seen Brazilian dance, you're able to see it out there on April the 16th at Culture on the Square. And now we have a vendor, which is Kingdom Dance. I'm sorry, Kingdom Mind. Kingdom Minded. And that plays TLC with the new template. Again, if you got any questions, you can put that down there and I'll answer it. Let me go ahead and save. All right. Now drinks to shrink. Now these are all vendors. So if you're watching and you're not a vendor and you want to be a vendor with this event, let me know, because after this I will put the link inside the chat so you can sign up. So I'm adding all the vendors right now. Drink to Shrink with Sharon. She's going to be out there. Remember You Matter is going to be out there. Make sure you tag Dr. Elizabeth. Kind Collection. She's going to be out there. Again, remember, every so often when you're doing it, make sure you hit save, because it does not auto save. Trust me, I learned the hard way. Who is that? I think it was you. Chaotic Seams. She's going to be out there with her bonnets and whatever else that she's going to bring. Make sure you check her out. Big Rob food truck. So, right now, there's only 2 food trucks that signed up. So if you know anybody that has a food truck that's interested in coming out and be a part of Culture on the Square, make sure you let them know that we do have space for food trucks, as well as we have space for food vendors too. So if you don't have a food truck, but you would like to be a food vendor, you sign up and be a food vendor to be a part of Culture on the Square. We got a food vendor here, Miss Danielle's Delectable Delights. If y'all know her, go ahead and tag her. Let her know that her flyer is complete, the new flyer, with the new agenda of April the 16th, 5 o'clock. It's going to be from 5 to 9. We're going to have the fire knife dancers out there like it was in October. So they're going to be out there dancing. We have another food vendor or food truck. This is Jdk Catering. If you haven't heard of Jdk Catering, make sure you check them out. They're also members of the chamber. So if you're looking for a caterer, check them out. Maybe they can cater your next event. TE Financial Services, she been killing it. Her and her husband been doing real good as far as taking care of members. So if you need your books done or anything like that, make sure you reach out to them. It's Kaysa Moore. Not only is she going to speak, but she's also going to be a vendor. So I'm sure she has some shirts as well as she have calendars and stuff like that. So y'all make sure y'all check out at her vendor table. I think that's everyone for right now. Yeah, that's it at the moment. So if you're looking to be a vendor or you want to be a vendor during Culture on the Square, all you have to do is sign up. Let me shoot you the link real quick. You create flyers on Eventbrite, or do you have to create them on Canva? You create them on Canva first. And then once you create them on Canva, now the thing with Canva is you have a Canva artwork. So now the Canva artwork is in a particular, what do you call it? The specs. Let me get the specs for you because I don't remember it off top. I think it's like 20 something. Hold on. Yeah, the event specs. I mean, the Eventbrite specs, meaning when you put the Eventbrite cover, the cover at the top. Let me show you. Let me go up. This right here, you have to put it in 2160 by 1080. So when you're doing your Canva and you're creating that particular graphic, make sure that you now what I do is up in the top where you put in a search, I put in Eventbrite cover, and there may be some Eventbrite artwork that's already in there, and then you can create it in there. Or you can go ahead and do a custom dimension. So on the upper right, you click custom dimension, and then you put in your specs in there. You put in the 2160 by 1080, and then you upload it that way. Because a lot of times you may see people's Eventbrite that they have in there, and then you see their graphics cut off because they didn't put the right specifications in there as far as the Eventbrite graphics go, and it will cut your graphics off if you don't upload the correct specs of the graphics based on what the Eventbrite requirement is. Now, when you do the Eventbrite requirement of the specs up top, and then after you put in the description, then you go down and then you can add, let me scroll all the way down. You can add text, or you can add images, or you can add a video. Now, when you add a video, it's going to have to come from YouTube. So as you see right here, it says video link. So you're going to have a YouTube or a Vimeo URL. So if you don't have a YouTube page and you want to add a video, then you're going to have to start a YouTube page, create the video. If you don't want it to be public, just keep it in private. Then once you create that YouTube video, then you take that link and then you copy the link and paste it inside of here. Then your event video will be inside of your Eventbrite, but your YouTube that you've created will not be in the public. So you can create something just for this. But if you already have an event that you've done and somebody did a recording of the video, then it's easy just to go to your go to your YouTube, get that URL, drop it in here. So now you're advertising your event and also showing the past event that you've done, just, to get people to relate to what your ask is to be a part of the event by having something that was relevant in the past, and let them know like, oh man, you missed out. I see what happened last event. Now I want to be a part of this event. So that's the good thing about having the event links as well. I mean, the event videos as well as the event images too. So that's it. That's Culture on a Square. Let me hit save one more. Oh, I gotta delete that. So all of the flyers are uploaded on Eventbrite. So if you want to learn more about Culture on a Square, make sure you go to the link that I did put inside the chat. Those that's watching it on a replay, go and click the link and go and participate to be a part of Culture on a Square. Now, this event does not have a price tag. It is a free event for you to come out and show up and participate. But we would like for you to register just so we can look to see the numbers on how many people that are showing up. So it's a numbers thing. It's collecting data. So now when we maneuver into another city, we can say we brought Culture on a Square to the city of Harker Heights, and there was over 400 people that showed up. So now that means when there's strength in numbers, that means that we can actually create a dynamic that does build on cooperative economics, because every vendor that's out there is still grounded on the foundation of cooperative economics. That's because they're in that same space. And as a co-op all together, we're building on a foundation of culture. That's what Culture on the Square does. So make sure you register. So if you have your friends that want to come, shoot the link to your friends, have them sign up, have them show up, just so we can continue to build and continue to do what we need to do. Because the more people, as we grow Culture on a Square, the more people that we get, now we have the ability to create agendas to where we're raising funds and possibly give, vendor grants at the end of Culture on a Square. Because say if somebody say, man, we like what you got going on, we love the cooperative economics, we love the community engagement, we want to bless you with $10,000, and we say and have the ability to have a small business vendor grant. So for one of the vendors that actually was a part of Culture on a Square, just having the ability to give them or to bless them with a give back. You signed up and you registered for $75, but here's $500 to bless you and to bless your business and to bless your home. That's when you understand that what you do is important. And why is it important? Because you're able to duplicate and do it over and over again. So make sure you sign up right now, where you can do it now, or you can do it tomorrow. Those who are watching it on the replay, you can do it tomorrow. For those that's watching it right now, click the link and sign up. It's not costing you anything but a little bit of time. But yeah, I think that is it. So for those that sat here and watched this whole thing, I appreciate you. And you guys be blessed. Why? Because I want you to. Peace.